We'll continue with reading the book of St. John, reading chapters 17 and 18, okay? Dwayne, when you get an opportunity, you can go ahead and read it for me. So the book of John, chapters 17 and 18, both of those chapters. Yeah, grab your Bible, man. You can't come to battle without a sword. Remember that. You gotta come equipped with your weapon.
You ready?
Yep. Chapter
Book
17.
of John, chapter 17. These words spake Yeshua.
Speak up just a little bit louder.
Can I say Yeshua?
Whatever you feel comfortable with, just speak up a little louder. That's all.
These words spake Yahushua, and lift up his eyes to heaven, and said, Father, the hour is come, and glorify thy Son, that thy Son also may glorify thee. As thou hast given him power over all flesh, that he shall give eternal life to as many as thou hast given him.
Salakia. So Yahushua is referring to the children of Israel, the elect, those that the Father had given unto Yahushua to believe on him. Okay, may salvation be given to them. Go on.
And this is life eternal, that they might know thee, the only true Most High Yah, and Yahushua whom thou hast sent. I have glorified thee on the earth. I have finished the work which thou gavest me to do. And now, O Father, glorify me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was.
Salakia. Now, bear in mind that Yahushua in the previous chapter talked about that he came into this hour, came into the world to die for the sins of Israel. And now he's referring to the work, that great work to die and be crucified upon the cross, his death which he foretold to his disciples. He's saying now as he's praying that I have already done it, although he did not actually perform it yet. Why is he saying that? Because his obedience to the Father was so great, you could pretty much count it as done. I'm about to do it. It's already done. And in the Spirit, it already been so, according to the book of Revelations. He was slain before the foundation of the earth. Okay? So go on.
Verse 6. I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word.
Salakia, those again are the elect. Not every single person on the world, but those of the tribes of Israel who are the elect, those that have an ear to hear and a heart to receive. Those the Father gave to Yahushua, and he said, as a shepherd over the sheep, I have kept them, except for the one, Judas, who would betray him. He said, all those, Father, that you have given unto me, I have kept the charge over. I have been stewards over. And I have granted them eternal life because they believe on me. And they believe on you because you sent me. Go on.
Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. For I have given unto them the words which thou gavest me, and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me.
Salakia, so they believed and doubted not. We read in the previous chapters where there were brothers and sisters who did not truly believe on Yahushua. They declared themselves to be disciples, but he perceived that they were only there for the loaves and for the fishes. Okay? They listened to him. What he was saying was radical, is different from the Pharisees and Sadducees and religious leaders. Man, this brother, he a great orator. He's a great speaker. He moved me with his words, but when it came to obedience, to actually obey what he said and believe on him, they didn't have the fortitude of mind to do that. They weren't spiritual enough. They had doubt in their heart. Hey, I don't know about this, man. I don't know about him. Talk about eat his flesh, drink his blood. I don't know about this cat. But there were many, or I won't say many, but there were a remnant of those who from the beginning until the end followed Yahushua. Even when there were some things that in the flesh, in their carnal self, that quite don't make sense, but I'm going to follow you anyway. I don't get it. Just like the disciples, he would give them parables and they didn't know what he was talking about. What are you talking about? There were disciples that didn't quite understand every single thing he said, but believed even still. I don't get it. I pray that my understanding grow, but I'm going to follow you anyway. Because I believe that you were sent of the Father. I believe you to be that great prophet. I believe you to be my Mashiach. So I'm going to ride and die with you, Yahweh Shai. Whatever happens, happens. I'm ready to die with you. Go on.
I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are mine, or they are thine.
Salaki, so that means they are valuable. These are the servants of Yahweh that you have given unto me to keep charge over. They are thine. They are valuable in thy sight. Okay, not the world. The world has no value. You're going to destroy the world according to the book of Isaiah. But these precious sheep are glorious in the Father's sight. And I want to be very careful not to trample the sheep, but to lift up the sheep, to corral the sheep and keep them protected. Go on.
And all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I kept to thee. Holy Father, keep through thy own name those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are. While I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those that thou gavest me, I have kept, and none of them is lost, but the son of perdition, that the scripture might be fulfilled.
Shalakiah, so he's referring again to Judas Iscariot, the son of perdition, the one who would betray Mashiach. These things were prophesied. They were foretold. Okay? They were foretold. So when these things happened, and Yahweh Shai had an understanding, and they were at the Last Supper, right? And he said, one of y'all is going to betray me. And the disciples like, who is it? Who is it? It's the one that I give the sop to, that I give the little biscuit to eat. It's going to be him. Judas, he dipped it in the sop and gave it to Judas, and he ate. And he said, all right, go do what you came to do. Go betray me. He got up and he left. And the disciples didn't know what was going on. They thought they meant, oh, he's going to go take care of the business of the treasury. Yahweh Shai knew. He had an understanding. And he was preparing himself. He wept over Judas. I mentioned this before. Try to place yourself in Yahweh Shai's shoes. To select a man to be in your ministry, to be in your close circle of friends, but knowing all the while that this man eventually will betray you. But knowing that from the beginning, when you first encounter him, shake his hand and say, what's up? My name's Yahweh Shai. What's your name? Judas. You knew then when you encountered him, he was going to betray you. So many years later. But having the spiritual fortitude of mind to endure that and then follow through in the end when he actually does go about to betray you. Okay, go on.
And now come I to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. I pray not thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. Verse 16. They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
Salakia, so we all should strive to not be of the world. Okay, now he was talking about the elect of Israel. He wasn't talking about Israel as a collective, because they were wicked. They were of the world. They hated him. They despised him. They're not the Father's sheep. Okay? But he's saying that they are not of the world, neither am I of the world. We can't fall in love with the world and the things of the world. The apostle let us know all that is in the world is the lust of the eye, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. You can't please the Most High if you're in love with the world and you have been carried away with the cares of this life and the cares of this world. You can't be a friend of the world, because if you're a friend of the world, the scriptures say you are in enmity with the Most High, meaning you're an enemy, you're in opposition with the Most High. You can't seek to have this kingdom and have all of these things that this world can offer and still on the other hand say, well, I'm going to try to keep these commandments too. Those things cannot simultaneously exist. Either you're going to serve the Most High with a pure heart and reject the world, or you're going to receive the world and reject the Most High. He said, if any man come after me, let him pick up his cross. Or let him deny himself, pick up his cross and follow me. Okay? Keep going.
Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Mm-hmm.
As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. Verse 19. And for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth. Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through their word, that they all may be as one, all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and I in thee, that they also may be one in us, that the world may believe that thou hast sent me.
Salaki, so Yahweh Shah, all he's doing with these words, I mean, it seems like he's repeating himself. He's just comforting them. Remember, he has not died yet. He has not suffered for Israel yet. And in the previous chapter, he said, I'm going away and you will not see me. But then after a little while, you'll see me and I'll go to my Father. He said, you will be sorrowful. You will be filled with tears and sadness. And they're like, what you talking about? You know, boner. What you talking about, Yahweh? I'm trying to let you know my death is imminent. Okay, there's some things that's going to take place and you're going to be scattered because you're going to believe that I have died for, once and for all, but I'm coming back. So I'm giving these things to comfort you. Like I said yesterday, it's like graduation. These brothers are on the verge of graduating from this lesson that they're learning with Yahweh Shai. He said, I'm going. It's expedient that I go, that the Comforter may come. That means you're graduating. You're being promoted from this level to a greater spiritual level, where I will no longer be physically present with you, but you'll have the Comforter with you. So when Yahweh Shai is saying all these words here in this chapter, he's just trying to fill these brothers with comfort. The days are coming where I'm going to be slain. You're not going to get it until the Spirit gives you understanding after I'm resurrected and you see me. You're not going to get it. You're going to be crying and thinking, man, it's all over. All of this was for naught. I can't believe, I thought he was my shock. He lied to me. Dang, man, I don't know what to say. You're going to lock yourself in the basement out of fear of the Jews. So he's giving him these words. I'm trying to comfort you. You don't know what's about to happen, but I'm trying to comfort you right now. Go on.
And the glory which thou gavest me, I have given them, that they may be one, even as we are one. Verse 23. I in them, and thou in me, that they may be made perfect in one, and that the world may know that thou hast sent me, and hast loved them as thou hast loved me. Verse 24. Father, I will that they also whom thou hast given me be with me where I am, that they may behold my glory which thou hast given me. For thou lovest me before the foundation of the world.
Mm-hmm.
O righteous Father, the world hath not known thee, but I have known thee, and these have known that thou hast sent me.
Shalakia, hold on 1 second. I'm going to grab a precept in the book of Psalms, chapter 147. Okay? I'm going to read verses 19 and 20. So back to what you said there in John 16, was it 17 and, what's it? 25, O righteous Father, the world hath not known thee, but I have known thee, and these have known that thou hast sent me. Okay, so Psalms 147, 19 and 20. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. 20. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh. So Yahweh Shai is declaring a fact. These nations have never known you. You have only given your statutes and judgment to one group of people, the Israelites. Okay? Keep going.
Verse 26. I have declared unto them thy name, and will declare it, that the love wherewith thou hast loved me may be in them, and I in them.
Mm-hmm.
John, chapter 18. When Yeshua had spoken these, or Yahushua had spoken these words, he went forth with his disciples over the brook Cedron. where was a garden into the which he entered and his disciples.
Salakia. So it's getting close to the time to where Judas will bring the officers to arrest Yahushua and bring him into the custody of the men that seek to end his life. He is literally in his last hours. Okay? He is in his last hours. They just had the Last Supper. Him and his boys finished up the meal. Okay? Remember, it's the time of the Passover, so they're finishing up the meal. They're going out for a walk. They enter into a garden where they will soon pray, or at least he will. They'll fall asleep. But little do they understand that the teacher, the master that they have been around for 3.5 years is about to come to an untimely death in only a few short hours. Yeah. They don't know that, though. Right. He's trying to comfort them and let them know, bruh, you don't know what's about to happen, but it's coming, and I'm trying to prepare myself for it. Mm-hmm. That's why he said, Father, I have glorified thy name. Meaning it hasn't transpired quite yet, but I know it's happening, and I'm obedient to see it through to the end. Until I commend and give up my spirit. For no man taketh my life, but I lay it down. Go on.
Verse 2. And Judas also, which betrayed him, knew the place for Yahushua oft times resorted thither with his disciples.
So this was a common meeting place for Yahushua and his disciples, this Garden of Gethsemane. And so Judas knew it, being a snake. This is his usual hangout spot. If you go over there, this is where after they eat, we like to go sit over here and talk and, pray and commune together. So if we come over there, most likely that's where he'll be at. An informant, an agent, part of COINTELPRO, to bring him down. The same things that J. Edgar Hoover established with the FBI and said we have to stop the emergence of a black messiah. These things were founded thousands of years ago with Yahushua, the Pharisees, the Roman government officers, and Judas being used as that agent to bring down Yahushua. But Yahushua wasn't taken back by it. He wasn't surprised. He knew it. It was foretold by the prophets hundreds of years prior. He knew it. And so when he came and kissed him, why dost thou betray me with the kiss, Judas? What you talking about? I'm just glad to see you. Yeah, bro, I knew what you about. I know what you all about. Go on.
Verse 3. Judas, then having received a band of men and officers from the chief priests and Pharisees, cometh thither with lanterns and torches and weapons.
With weapons? Yahushua, you said you want a shirt. Jesus was a black man. I saw a deacon from Sakara. He had a shirt which said Jesus was an unarmed man too. Yeah. He put to death, something along those lines. This is an unarmed black man. And these officers are coming with weapons to arrest him, to do harm to him. An unarmed black man. But see, he's unarmed carnally, like with a gun or sword or anything like that. But spiritually, he's armed to the hilt. And he exhibits the power that he has. The spiritual power. Go on.
Yahushua, therefore knowing all things that should come upon him, went forth and said unto them, Whom seek ye?
Whom seek ye? Who y'all looking for, man? Go on.
Verse 5, they answered him, Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahushua said unto them, I am he. And Judas also, which betrayed him, stood with them. As soon then as he had said unto them, I am he, they went backward and fell to the ground.
Whoo! They went backward and fell to the ground. Letting them know, you ain't got no power here. You really don't have no power. Wow. But it's the will of the Father that these things might be so. So go ahead and arrest me. But you really don't have no power. Because if I wanted to, I'd tear you up. But this is what I came to do. I came to die. I came to be given unto your hands, that I might be destroyed, but be raised up on the third day. Go on.
Verse 7. Then asked he them again, Whom seek ye? And they said, Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahushua answered, I have told you that I am he. If therefore you seek me, let these go their way, that they that the saying might be fulfilled which he spake, of them which thou gavest me, have I lost none.
Salaki, so Yahweh Shai is saying, if you coming to arrest me, leave my disciples alone. Let them go on free. You came for me, arrest me then. Go ahead, arrest me, but leave my disciples alone to fulfill the prophecy. Go on.
Verse 10. Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it, and smote the high priest's servant, and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. Then said Yahushua unto Peter, put up thy sword into the sheath. The cup which my Father hath given me, shall I not drink it?
Shalakia, so Yahweh Shai is saying, Peter, chill out, bruh. Chill out. That's not even called for. This is what I came to do, to die. But you see, Peter had that zeal. He didn't have that Christian mindset. You know, when I prayed, he broke that sword out and chopped his ear off. What y'all want to do? You touch my master, I'm chopping heads. Word. Calm. He got the sword out, ready to go. Yahweh Shai said, chill out, bro. Just chill out, chill out. It's all good. They came to arrest me. Let them arrest me. Just put your sword away, man. Don't hurt nobody, man. Put that sword away, Peter. Go on.
Verse 12. Then the band and the captains and officers of the Jews took Hamashiach and bound him, and led him away to Annas first, for he was father-in-law to Cephas, which was the high priest that same year. Verse 14. Now Caiaphas,
Caiaphas? Caiaphas is usually
Caiaphas was he which gave counsel to the Jews that it was expedient that one man should die for the people.
Salakia, so earlier in the book of John, Caiaphas the high priest declared these words, being in the spirit. These wasn't carnal words. So when the Pharisees and all of them were getting around like, man, what we going to do with this Yahweh Shai do? He's messing everything up. I want to just knock his head off. I can't stand it. What should we do? He said, y'all know nothing at all. Don't you understand that it is expedient that a man die for the sins of Israel? And they was like, what? What you talking about? He was in the spirit. The Holy Ghost gave Caiaphas that utterance. And so this is the same man, or the company of that man, that they're sending Yahweh Shai to. Go on.
Verse 15. And Simon Peter followed Yeshua, and so did another disciple. That disciple was known unto the high priest, and went in with Hamashiach into the place of the high priest. Into the palace of the high priest. 16. But Peter stood at the door without. Then went out that other disciple, which was known unto the high priest, and spake unto her that kept the door, and brought in Peter. Then saith the damosel that kept the door unto Peter, art not thou also one of this man's disciples? He said, I am not. And the servants and officers stood there, who had made a fire of coals, for it was cold, and they warmed themselves. And Peter stood with them and warmed himself. Verse 19. The high priest then asked Yahushua of his disciples and of his doctrine. Yahushua answered him, I spake openly to the world. I ever taught, ever taught in the synagogue and in the temple, whither the Jews always resort.
Salakia. So what he's saying with ever is, I'm always up in there. Every day I'm in there. So you bring in this accusation against me. You treat me like a criminal. You got me bound up in chains and all that. Every single day I'm up in the synagogue. I'm in the marketplace. You see me openly. I declare these things to the world. Now you trying to come in the middle of the night and arrest me like I'm a criminal. Why didn't you do this in broad daylight when everyone around me and all my supporters were awake and alert and there? Because you a sucker, that's why. I did this every single day, and you come 3 in the morning to arrest me. Now you want to question me. What about your disciples? What about your doctrine? We are investigating you. We want to know what you're all about, buddy. Go on.
Verse 20. Yeshua answered him, I spake openly to the world. I ever taught in the synagogue and in the temple, whither the Jews always resort, and in secret have I said nothing. Why askest thou me? Ask them which heard me what I have said unto them, behold, that they know what I said.
Whew, letting them know.
And when he had thus spoken, one of the officers which stood by stroked Yahushua with the palm of his hand, saying, Answerest thou the high priest so?
Salakia. So this brother getting full of himself, gonna slap Yahushua across the face and say, you gonna talk to the high priest like that? How dare you? And Yahushua was like, nigga, let me, he had to check himself. You know what I'm saying? This is the son of Yahweh, okay? And the scriptures are foretold that he said nothing, okay? But he slapped him across the face when he gave him facts. He kept it 100 with him. Nigga, let me, Father, help me, give me the strength, Go on.
Verse 23. Hamashiach answered him, If I have spoken evil, bear witness of the evil. But if well, why smitest thou me?
If I'm giving you facts, if I'm telling you the truth, why did you hit me? I would be justified if I slapped you back, wouldn't I? But I'm not going to do that, because that's not the will of the Father. But I gave you facts. I'm out here every single day. I'm declaring these things to my people. I'm trying to win the lost sheep. I'm out here every day, and I peeped all of y'all out there watching me too, behind the bushes or behind the officer. I peeped all of y'all. I know where y'all at, and I can perceive your thoughts. You were looking for an occasion to bring me down. Why did you wait till 3 o'clock in the morning to try to come arrest me? Wicked. And then this little brother tried to come slap me across the face. You know what I'm saying? You must not know who I am, but I'm going to let it be. I'm going to let it pass. Go on.
Now Annas had sent him bound unto Caiaphas, the high priest. And Simon Peter stood and warmed himself. They said therefore unto him,
No.
They said therefore unto him, Art not thou also one of his disciples? He denied it and said, I am not.
So that's the second time he denied Yahushua.
Right. Verse 26. One of the servants of the high priest, being his kinsman, whose ear Peter cut off, said, Did not I see thee in the garden with him?
Salakia, so, yo, bro, didn't I see you? Bro, didn't I see you? Nah, man, that wasn't me, man. What you found? You know what I'm saying? Bro, I know I saw you. You was right over there with him. What you? No, man, I'm trying to tell you that wasn't me. Go on.
Peter then denied again, and immediately the cock crowed.
Man.
Verse 28. Then led they Yahushua from Caiaphas unto the hall of judgment, and it was early, and they themselves went not into the judgment hall, lest they should be defiled, but that they might eat the Passover.
So it's a place where heathens and Gentiles were as well, so they did not want to defile themselves before the Passover, so they refrained from going into the hall, because that's where the Romans were. Okay, those are where heathens, like I said, were. Go on.
Pilate then went out unto them and said, What accusation bring you against this man? Verse 30. They answered and said unto him, If he were not a malefactor, we would not have delivered him up unto thee.
So if he wasn't a criminal, he wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be doing this right now.
So just shut up and
Yeah, pretty much. Just shut up and arrest the guy. Just put him to death or something. Go on.
Then said Pilate unto them, Take ye him and judge him according to your law. The laws therefore, the
Jews.
My bad.
that English, that old English.
The Jews therefore said unto him, It is not lawful for us to put any man to death, that the saying of Yahushua might be fulfilled which he spake, signifying what death he should die. 33. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again, and called Yahushua, and said unto him, Art thou the king of the Jews?
So even Pilate heard about Yahushua's fame. Okay, King Herod heard about Yahushua's fame. Okay, his fame rose among the children of Israel. So much so that there were some certain Greeks, okay, that we read here in the book of John, who came from Greece to Jerusalem for the feast. And they asked, where's Yahushua at? We heard a lot about this guy. Okay? These weren't just Grecians. These were scattered men of Israel who were Grecian citizens who were coming to Jerusalem to participate in the feast. And they asked about Yahushua. So his fame was great. And Pilate said, ain't you the king of the Jews? That's what I hear. That's what I'm hearing from everybody. They say you're the king of the Jews, and now they're bringing you to me and saying you're a criminal. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on.
So when they, with the scattered Greeks, what are they called? Hellenes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just making sure. Mashiach answered him, answer him, sayest thou this thing or of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me?
Salakia. So Yahweh Shai is saying, did you figure this out on your own? Or did someone tell you about this? Okay? Go on.
Pilate answered, am I a Jew? Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? Yeshua answered, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews. But now is my kingdom not from him.
Salaki. So just like when old boy slapped him across the face, right? He's letting Pilate know, my kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom was of this world, my servants would fight for me. And you wouldn't have power to do nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even have the power to speak a single word to me. Okay? But it is the will of the Father that these things be so. I'm not no punk. Let a dude slap me or let you bad mouth me. I'm Mashiach. But this is the will of the Father. So I'm going to humble myself and let it be so. Because this... You want to say something?
Well, I know you do. But it seemed like to me that from when the Old Testament was the eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, the ear, whatever it is that it is, it's like you guys are no longer in that. He took that away from them with that judgment of them being able to do that to other people. Like, don't take vengeance out on or retaliate on anybody. I'll repay what you did. He set it up with himself. Doing it. Himself doing it first. You know, like it's not. Now we're not fighting back. Where the Most High doesn't want us to do that anymore. Like He'll repay people with them. You know, because if it's His will, as far as that goes. Not to say that you just let people slap in your face or whatever, but it just seemed like that eye for eye, tooth for that stuff like that, retaliation is, you know, unless he tells you or whatever, it seemed like that was, all right, I'm taking that out of y'all hand because y'all was ridiculous with it. You know, y'all went above and beyond what y'all was supposed to do.
Salaki is like he exemplified the righteousness of the law in his own actions towards his people.
Right.
Where he could have slapped the boy right back. Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't you ever do that to me, man. What's wrong with you? Just like he knocked down them without even touching them, he could have threw him out the window. You know what I'm saying? With the mind force, threw his behind out the window. But he didn't do that. Okay? And you heard the Jews say, it's not lawful for us to put this man to death. Not lawful. The law said if a man is a blasphemer and all that, you stone him to death. So how is it not lawful? They didn't want to defile themselves with the feast coming around. That's what they're talking about. So you kill him. You kill this blasphemer so we can keep our hands clean. That's what they're talking about. We want to keep our hands clean. But don't worry, your hands are already filthy. Keep going.
Verse 37. Pilate therefore said unto him,
Art thou?
Yeah, hold up. This notification. Okay. Art thou a king then? Yahushua answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I unto the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice. Verse 38. Pilate said unto him, What is truth? And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews and said unto them, I find him no fault at all.
Salaki, so you see that this heathen had no understanding of what truth is. And then you see also, Yahweh Shai didn't answer him to what it was. This ain't for you, bro. This ain't for you. You're only used as a pawn, as a vessel to administer this death, this execution on me. That's all you are. What is truth? Just get out of here, man. This ain't for you, man. It's like Naquam do. This ain't for you, bro. It's not for you. This is only for the children of Israel. You a heathen, get out of here. It's not for you. You only use as a vessel. That's it. You don't have no power. Don't you know I have the power to set you free? Pilate, you don't got no power that the Father ain't give you, bro. Straight like that. Go on.
But ye have a custom that I should release unto you one at the Passover. Will ye therefore that I release unto you the King of the Jews? Verse 40. Then cried they all again, saying, Not this man, but Barabbas. Now Barabbas was a robber.
So they value this true criminal over Mashiach, the true king of the Jews or king of the Israelites. Okay? We'll finish up another day. Shalom.